Ma is a 2019 psychological horror film that was directed by Tate Taylor, and the story is by Scotty Landez. It was produced by Blumhouse, and it tells the story of a woman named Sue Ann, who, after befriending some young teenagers, suddenly has a much darker side at play. The film stars Octavia Spencer in the lead role of Sue Ann, and I really think this movie, without her, would not nearly be as successful as it currently is in the box office. She is a remarkable character actor, and she really owns this role of Sue Ann throughout the movie. It has a very Misery feel to it, a Kathy Bates Misery feel. If you've ever seen that film, you'll know what I'm talking about, where you think the woman's a very kindly, wholesome woman, but towards the end you see a much darker side of that character. And it's weird because Octavia Spencer is always a very wholesome character actor. Usually she's in a lot of very uplifting films, so to see her in a dark psychological horror film is very unlike her, but I think it plays very well because it throws your expectations off, and that was really cool. Like I said, the film is directed by Tate Taylor. He also made the film Get On Up, which is the James Brown film, and it's interesting that he made, kind of a lighthearted biography and then flipped it on its head now as doing a psychological horror film. And I think he does a great job. The writing's also really well done, and what's great about this film in particular is all of the characters feel real. Their motivations and their characters feel like actual human beings. They act like normal humans would, and a lot of the kids, it's hard for a lot of people to write teenagers because they're a very distinct breed, as we obviously know. But the writers know about modern teenager ways and how we act. So I thought it was really well done that they were able to portray that through the film and keep everyone interesting and entertaining throughout. Like I said, Octavia Spencer is phenomenal as Sue Ann, and you really feel for her character, especially when you kind of learn about her backstory, and everything kind of comes together, especially at the end. And overall, I really did enjoy Ma. Is it as good as a lot of people are saying? To me, not necessarily, but it certainly isn't bad by any standards. So, like I said, there's a lot of good things going for this film. There's some very funny jokes that actually made me laugh out loud a few times, which is very hard for movies to do, but it managed to keep itself lighthearted even in the darker moments. I also loved the darker moments because you're like, what's about to happen? And some twisted stuff does happen throughout the film, so it's really interesting to see how Octavia Spencer plays in this darker playing field with this character. But there were a few letdowns in the movie, for me at least, and the main one is the ending. I feel like it was building up with this very slow, creeping, dramatic motion through the first 2 acts of the film, and the final act kind of fell flat for me. I wish there would have been something more there. I feel like her motivations were pretty well established, but the execution for what she wanted to do, I'm being very vague not to give out spoilers, what Ma wanted to do was not completely fleshed out, and I feel like it was kind of rushed. At least that's what I thought, but maybe you have a different opinion, and of course, leave those in the comments below.
Thanks for these earrings.
What happened last night?
You don't remember, do you?
Are you guys mad at me for something?
I don't want to hang out at Ma's anymore.
Don't make me drink alone. Don't make me drink alone.
Max, I want you to meet someone.
Nice to meet you, Maggie.
We went to high school together.
Why's my son
You smell just like your daddy.
spending time at your house?
Hey, guys.
Again, I still thought it was a great movie. I do think there were some issues with the building up because some things didn't make sense. Like, if Ma wouldn't have run into these teenagers in the parking lot, would the story not have happened? I think it would have been neater if she was secretly stalking them before they even met and knew exactly what she was doing the whole time. It seemed almost like an afterthought on her character's end, rather than, like it wasn't planned, it was just kind of random, which kind of took away some of the weight of her character, at least to me. But with all of that being said, Octavia Spencer does a great job. She is very, very creepy and unsettling. There's a lot of awkward kind of scenes in the movie, but they play well to the characters. And again, if you are a fan of movies like Misery, where someone kind of snaps throughout the movie, you will definitely like Ma. And for me, I thought it was a really well done movie. Very well written and executed. Some of the plot lines get a little convoluted, and towards the end, I wish there would have been a better payoff overall, especially with a character that I will not name, but a male character involving a bed. You know what I'm talking about. And I feel like that scene was creepy, but I didn't completely get the motivations of Sue Ann in that moment. But with all of that being said, Ma is definitely a very nice horror film in 2019, and I'm overall going to give it a 3 out of 5 skulls on the R.I.P. Reviews rating scale. Thank you for watching this review, you guys, and make sure to let me know, did you like Ma? Was it a pass or fail in your opinion? In the comments down below. Remember, as always, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer.